Welcome to the next session of the Jesse and Kyle Show. We're going to open it up today with some fan mail, or viewer mail, at least. I don't know if we have fans. Session 8, yeah, very good. Renee sent us this article about this lady that she lied to a fertility clinic when she was 66, and she said she was younger than that. And she had twins, and then she died 3 years later. So she pretty much has left these kids as orphans because of her own selfishness. And that really bothers me.
I don't understand how it makes her selfish, because she wanted to have kids. I mean, obviously she was lonely. And I mean, I understand that she was old, and then she knew she wasn't going to live too much longer, which means that, you never know. I mean, people live up to 100, so, like, the kids could have been...
Yeah, and she said that she thought she was going to live longer because of her mother's...
Did she say that after she died?
No, it was before she died, but she expected to live a very long life. Because of her mother's long life expectancy. Like, her mother lived to 20...
Okay,
her mother died at 101 years old, and so she thought she'd be around. But that's still really messed up. Like, you don't do that based on a hunch.
Well, I mean, she was obviously lonely, and I mean, she wanted kids probably because she wanted to experience it before she died, I'm guessing. I mean, I can't really speak for her, I don't know her. But, I mean, now, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that, I'm glad the kids are not necessarily orphans now. I don't know if their father's still alive or not, but, I don't think you can call
It was artificial insemination. It was a fertility clinic.
Okay. Well, I don't think you can call her selfish because she died. Because she died 3 years after. I mean, it's not like she died giving birth. She didn't expect to die. And I mean, if that was the case, you could say that about anyone. Like, say that there's somebody with diabetes, and she has a child, and then she dies 3 years later. You could be like, oh, she was selfish. She knew she had diabetes, and yet she still had a kid anyway.
That's different. Diabetes isn't guaranteed to kill you. Old age is.
But I mean, who's to say what age is old? She was, I know plenty of people that are past the age of 60.
I just think it was selfish. Oh, 2:50. We gotta cut this short. Move on to the next topic.
Okay. All right. So anyway, this is a funny story that happened to me at work today. I was talking about grapefruit spoons. I don't even know why. I just learned about them, by the way. They're spoons, for people that don't know what they are. They're spoons with, like, little ridges on the side, like knives. And so what I said was, why would I put that in my mouth? And one of my coworkers was like, yeah, sometimes I say that ask that to myself. Do you get it?
Yeah, I get it. I'm just appalled that somebody would be that stupid.
Well, no, she was just joking then. She didn't say it like, it wasn't true.
She didn't mean it?
Yeah, it was just a joke.
Okay. Well, then it's funny. Yeah, it's funny.
Yeah, exactly. It was hilarious, though. It was definitely...
But you have to admit, if somebody said that and they weren't playing around...
Yeah. You'd be like, alright, well, I'm going to take 5 steps back because I don't like herpes.
Yeah. Pretty much. That's about how it would go. So that happened to you at work?
Yeah.
I had some pretty messed up stuff happen to me the other day, dude.
Really?
I was at work, and we were ready to close down. Like, the store was it was clean, it was squared away, the shelves were restocked and everything. I was ready to go home. This guy walks in like 2 minutes before we close the door. So we can't close it until he leaves. So, I'm kind, I'm courteous, I'm respectful, I'm informative, I'm doing my job. Like, I'm going above and beyond, because I want to get this guy out of here, And so, so he walks around for like 10 minutes, and then he's like, yeah, I don't think I'm going to buy anything. But, yeah. And then, on his way out, he stops me, and he's like, hey, do you mind if I pray for you real quick? And I was like, my first thought was like, wow, do I suck that bad at my job? But then, But then I was like, sure, because the store was empty. And I mean, even if it wasn't empty, I'm kind of of two minds about this. Because on the one hand, I believe in God. But on the other, that's my workplace. You can't just come in there and bust out prayer, I'm busy working, trying to pay for college. And this guy is doing junk like that. I'm not okay with that.
Wait, well, go on. Like, what happened with what happened during the prayer?
During the prayer?
Did he get on his knees and start praying?
No, but we held hands. We held hands. And, and prayed.
How long was the prayer? Because I bet the whole time you were thinking, I just want to go home, guy. Please stop talking.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
How long was it?
It was like, no joke, it was like 2.5 minutes long.
That's pretty long when you want to go, And this guy's over here, it's
like I was standing there and I could feel like my face burning and like I was starting to sweat a little bit. I was really nervous and embarrassed.
How many times did you say or like pause? I bet those were the times when you were like,
No, none actually. This guy was like rapid fire prayer. He was a prayer warrior, dude.
Maybe
it was crazy.
Did he say stuff like, "Please help this lost sheep find his way"?
No, he was actually like blessing my financial future and stability. I mean, that's pretty cool. Yeah, but it's ironic because I was in the process of working to do that myself.
Yeah.
And this guy just thinks he can walk in and do it with like 2 minutes of a prayer.
So, anyway,
tell me.
What?
I was gonna say, tell me about your monkeys.
Yeah, that's what I was going into. All right, I was doing some research and I found this diet that supposedly can make you live longer, and it's called the caloric restriction diet, and it's basically you eat fewer calories in your diet. They tested it out on rats at first, and 40% of the rats lived longer. The rats lived 40% longer. So if they die, at 100, they live to 140. But I mean,
wait, so like
rats have a shorter life.
The rats they put on the diet lived 40% longer than the rats that weren't on the diet?
Yes.
Gotcha.
And so
that's a pretty substantial increase.
Yeah. Well, they tried it with monkeys next, but see, these monkeys live to be 40 years old. And so it hasn't been 40 years yet since they started this experiment, so we don't know the final results. But basically, one of the doctors, what he did say was that 37% of the monkeys that weren't put on the diet died from what they found to be old age, whereas only 13% of the monkeys that were put on the diet died from old age. Now, of course, more than that died, but
see, monkeys usually have like health issues anyway, so that's kind of iffy.
Well, but see, what they did was those numbers are only old age, like what they found to be old age. Like they obviously, looked to see if there was any health issues. So, and I mean, everyone knows if you eat fewer calories, it's healthier. But it may have a direct link to living longer. 40% longer. I doubt it's going to be that drastic, but who knows? Because, I mean, these monkeys and the rats that live 40% longer were strictly on this diet, whereas, a human might have more calories one day than the previous day or the next day.
Yeah. Well, so, I guess there you have it. Eat fewer calories. Calories? Yeah. Don't go have twins if you're 66.
Yeah.
That's pretty big, man.
All right. Well, anyway, we gotta wrap this up. So, thanks guys for watching.
We have a Facebook. Add us on Facebook.
Yeah. The Jesse and Kyle Show. That's our name.
We love your mail.
TheJesseAndKyleShow@gmail.com, or you can leave us a comment on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe.